Now ask yourself, are you built to be a successful entrepreneur or business owner? Most people want, to own their own business and be successful and all this and that, but they don't understand the process. See, people say that quickly, but don't want to put in the work, don't want to make the necessary sacrifices, because it's going to be sacrifice. Like, you're going to lose quite a bit during this time, and in actuality, it's all worth it. See, I'm been on my journey, I'll say roughly about 4 to 5 years now, and I understand why most people drop out. Because I hear a lot that there's out of 100%, 95 they're comfortable with working for someone, which I call slavery, because at the end of the day, you're not in control like you think you are, and they can get rid of you whenever they want for any reason. There's laws actually passed for now to where a job doesn't have to explain anything. They can just get rid of you. You can come in and pass gas, and they don't like how it smells, and they can fire you. But all jokes aside, that's pretty much how jobs has always been, and people feel like, that they're different from everybody else, but it's not true. You're just as expendable. No matter how long you worked, how many hours you worked there, how many years, doesn't matter. They will get rid of you and hire somebody younger, willing to work for less. Believe me, it will happen. It can happen, and it will happen. So, those of you that's considering that, ask yourself these things. As far as the work, are you willing to put in hours and hours and hours a day of endless pursuit? It's going to be a lot of doors slammed in your face. Like, people think it's an overnight thing. No, it takes years and years and years and years. And I've researched many successful business owners, millionaires, billionaires, and they all explain, average business startup is 5 to 7 years. See, most people, they see the success and not understand what the person went through to get there. And then, my thing is, you see the backstory of any of these successful business owners, millionaire, billionaires, they'll let you know, like, they gave up a lot. But, you see the end result, and you see that it was worth it. Your circle's going to get low. You're not going to be getting out as much. And you're going to have little to no money for a long time. A very long time. So, if you're ready for that, you're willing to put in the work and pretty much live below your means for years on end, okay, I think you'd be met for something like that. But most people aren't. They think they built. And the thing is, as far as when businesses first start, when you first start a business, most people think when they're not, when business first start, first signs of it not being successful early on, people drop out. They say, well, it's not working. But you have to realize that it takes time. It takes time. People aren't patient. That's why you broke and you're at work thinking you're making a lot of money, but think about the people that you're working for, how much money they're making. They're making the real money. They just toss you the crumbs, and you'll live off that. So, you think you're doing something, but you're really not. Until they get rid of you, then it's over. But back to what I was saying, it takes sacrifice. I'm on the brink of success. I always figured that. I always try and instill that in my heart, in my mind, because I understand the process, and I know that it takes time. People not gonna see your vision. They're gonna plot against you. Because they don't understand. They don't understand what it takes, and a lot of them don't really want you to succeed. But that comes with the territory, because people don't really, sometimes some people, even your close ones, family, friends, they don't understand the process. They just figure you just stop and go to work. But you ask them if they had the opportunity to be free, they would be. but they don't want to give up the job security or whatever they try and make it seem. But you know, if you think about it, it's a lot of people that are of like older age that are, you know, I go to Walmart and there's somebody there look like they're about 60, 70 years old still working. That will not be me. That will not be me. If it takes me taking 5 to 10 years being broke, being messed up in the game for a little bit just to get that going, that's what I'm willing to do. Because I'm not going to be at that one greet people at the door at Walmart. I won't. I refuse. You know, and at the end of the day, it's not a particular mark that I'm trying to hit as far as money. It's just the freedom. You know, the freedom. Think deep on that. The word freedom. Because, you know, freedom overdoes it all. There's really no big price tag of freedom. You know, it's just a matter of setting that balance financially, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have that balance, none of that's going to matter, and you're always going to find yourself in situations, you know, that are big hectic. But you know, one thing I understand, and I've took business courses in college. Oh, I'll talk about college in another video, but I've learned a lot when I went to college and school and all that. And I had 2 business courses. Both business courses kind of let us know right in the front of, like, pretty much it's going to take years. There's no getting around it. Unless you win the lottery or something like that, it's going to take years. It's going to take years of failures. It's going to take years of, you know, people deserting you. You know, it's going to be a whole bunch of things going on during the process that is well worth it. When it's all said and done, it's well worth it, because you'll be in a position of freedom to do everything that you ever wanted to do. Because I realized that things don't go away. You know, the luxurious vacations, homes, cars, none of these materials or any type of vacation or anything, none of that ever goes away. And people, you know, they're in the rat race thinking that they're going to lose out if they don't do anything while they're young. And it's like, who told you that? Who told these people? But, you know, it comes from the influence of movies, TV, you know, just people in general. You know, you think that you have a time frame, and you know, you study people like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or even Jay-Z, who I guess just became a billionaire, whatever. Shouts out, congrats. But it took each of these guys 20 years to become billionaires. 20 years. Now, you ask yourself, you know, anybody will say they want to be a billionaire. But what would you do to become one? Are you willing to sacrifice 20 years of your life to become a billionaire? Because that's what it takes for the most part. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. You know, but people got this facade as far as overnight success and all this and that, and it's not the case. Not the case. Not the case. And I'm learning every day. You know, I still got ways to go, but I'm learning every day, and I'm getting closer to my goals. You know, and the idea is you cannot stop no matter what. No matter what. No matter how many times you fail, you lose money, you lose loved ones, you know, you're not getting the support. Don't stop. Don't stop. You know, and that's just my thought for the day. Like the video, subscribe. You know, send me an email, whatever. You got any questions, send me an email, you know, and I'll answer them as I get them, man. I appreciate anybody watching. See you when I see you.